Macmillan Audio presents That's What Fashion Is. Lessons and stories from my nonstop, mostly glamorous life and style. By me, Joe Z. This is the author. Introduction. I will never forget the night I learned that Oscar de la Renta had died. There are a few reasons for this. The first, of course, is that Mr. de la Renta was, and always will be, a fashion legend. A man who dressed thousands of VIW, very important women, including all the first ladies of recent history, from Jackie Kennedy to Michelle Obama, to Oscar winners and chart-topping pop stars. He was also a personal inspiration to me, so his death was an even deeper loss. Mr. de la Renta's reputation throughout the fashion world was unwavering. He was always gracious and welcoming no matter who you were. In essence, a true gentleman. He was classy and classic, and working with him, which I did on a number of occasions, including twice in the Dominican Republic, his home country, and several times back in New York, was always a rich and rewarding experience. From Mr. de la Renta, I learned how to treat people and what sophistication and style truly meant. And yes, he was always Mr. de la Renta to me. And not because he insisted on that formality, but because I had so much respect for the regal way with which he approached fashion. But really, despite all my memories of his remarkable character, that night was also another example, for me, of all my worlds coming seamlessly together. A world where I would again balance everything I love to do. It was a fairly calm and quiet evening back in October 2014, when I found out about Mr. de la Renta's death in a fairly unconventional way, even for me. A few years earlier, I might have read about it online in my morning news feed. Now I was the one helping to create that morning news feed. 5 months prior, I'd left ELLE magazine and accepted a new position as editor-in-chief of Yahoo Style, where I set about launching a new digital fashion magazine for one of the world's largest tech companies. There, my vision was to marry my favorite conventions from my vast print experience, original photography, shooting covers, and bold, provocative imagery with a quick practicality of the web, delivering real news, story that captivate the reader in real time. That October night, my site, Yahoo Style, had been live for close to a month when I got that call. Breaking news for us, up until that point, had consisted mainly of Fashion Week coverage and store openings. Mr. de la Renta's passing would be a different story. It was 6 p.m. and I was driving through Los Angeles from Beverly Hills, where I'd been doing an interview for an upcoming story, to downtown LA, racing to meet my friend Sophia Amoruso, the founder and CEO of Nasty Gal and an entrepreneurial hero for young girls, for dinner. For those who know anything about the layout of LA and its massive traffic pattern during rush hours, you know that crossing from Beverly Hills to downtown at that time, especially on a freeway, is strictly reserved for those brave souls with patience and stamina. So I was already on edge and fretting about arriving late to dinner when my cell phone rang through my car's Bluetooth. It was Anderson Cooper's office. "Hello?" said the sweet but somewhat frantic producer on the other end of the line. "I'm calling from CNN, and I wonder if you can confirm for us that Oscar de la Renta had died. Do you know if that's true?" Confirm? True? Died? I can still hear those words ringing in my ears. I remember thinking, I have no idea. And though I knew Mr. de la Renta had been ill on and off, I had believed that he was on the mend. "Are you serious?" I replied. "No, I haven't heard anything, but I've also been driving through LA for the past hour and have not looked at my phone or a newsfeed. What happened?" She very nicely explained to me the rumors that had been whizzing around their newsroom, and she was reaching out to me to see if I could shed any light on the situation or just confirm his death. But I couldn't. Not without real facts. I knew I needed to call my staff back in New York right away. If Mr. de la Renta had indeed passed away, we had to write his tribute, and fast. I hung up and almost immediately got a call from another CNN producer for Don Lemon, who had the time slot after Anderson Cooper's. Finally, I decided I had to pull over and scan my emails, and that's where I saw one from ABC News. It was true. Mr. de la Renta had died, and my heart sank. I knew I was going to be late for dinner, but this required my immediate attention. It was now a personal and professional...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?